So the Galaxy Buds Pros have been out for a few weeks now, and they just got their first major firmware update from Samsung. Now, Samsung claims that they improved the active noise cancellation, ambient mode, and voice detect feature on these earbuds. And I gotta say, yeah, the active noise cancellation on these earbuds does perform a little better. Specifically, the ANC on the Galaxy Buds Pro is going at a little harder at those constant low frequency sounds, which is good for blocking out road noise for when you're on a bus. But these earbuds are still very lenient when it comes to those higher pitched tones. So I feel that their ANC ranking from their full review still stands. The Bose QC earbuds are up top, followed by the Jabra AUA5Ts running their latest firmware update. Then come in the Momentum 2s and the AirPods Pro, which I really feel are neck and neck. Then come in the Galaxy Buds Pro, and below them are the Sony WF-1000XM3s. Now, even though the Galaxy Buds Pro don't block out the most amount of noise here, it's still really good. Their microphone array does a really good job of blocking out wind noise when walking outdoors with their ANC turned on, and their ANC has barely any cabin pressure, which is great for comfort, and this is actually one of the main reasons why I don't like the Bose QC earbuds. Even though these things block out a ton of noise, their ANC has a lot of cabin pressure, which is very quick to cause me headaches. So that's why I say if ANC is a real big deal to you, then you might want to look at the Jabra Elite 85Ts. So overall, there has been a marginal improvement to the ANC on these earbuds, but nothing out of this world. Now, when it comes to the ambient mode improvement on these earbuds, I'm very hard pressed to tell a difference. Now, in general, the ambient mode on these earbuds is really good, and it sounds much more natural than the ambient mode found on the Galaxy Buds Plus. But the issues that I called out in their full review still stand. These earbuds do a decent job of blocking out wind noise when walking outdoors, but if you get hit at the right angle, then this microphone array is still going to pick up some wind noise. And just like before, there's still a constant hissing in the background. Now, if you have their ambient mode set to medium, you're not really going to hear that hissing. But if you have the ambient mode set to high or extra high, then you're definitely going to hear that hissing. So, like I said in their full review, the Galaxy Buds Pro have a decent sounding ambient mode, and it does a decent job of blocking out wind noise when walking outdoors. But there are other earbuds out there with better performing ambient modes that sound more natural, and they do an even better job of blocking out wind noise, namely the AirPods Pro. And finally, there's voice detect. I can't tell the difference. Voice detect still takes the same amount of time to get activated, and it still gets activated even if you're talking to yourself very quietly. Personally, I wish there was an option where you could set the sensitivity as to when voice detect gets activated, but nonetheless, voice detect is just one of those features that I just won't be using. Overall, this new firmware update for the Galaxy Buds Pro does very slightly improve the amount of constant low frequency sounds they block out, but the ANC on these earbuds won't be dethroning anybody. And as for the ambient mode and voice detect feature on these earbuds, I really can't tell a meaningful difference. This isn't a game-changing update like we saw with the Jabra Elite 75Ts, which literally added active noise cancellation to a pair of earbuds a year after they came out. But the important thing here is that this update is safe and it's easy to install. It's not like when Bose puts out an update and you don't know what's gonna happen, because Bose's track record has been pretty spotty over the last few months and years. But one very important thing that I do gotta point out here is that Samsung still hasn't updated their iOS app to support the Galaxy Buds Pro. And in general, Samsung hasn't updated their iOS app in almost 3 or about to hit 4 months now. So if you're an iPhone user trying to use the Galaxy Buds Pro, you won't be able to update their firmware or adjust their active noise cancellation or ambient mode, or toggle their voice detect feature on or off, or customize the layout of their touchpads, and a few other things. Now, I didn't mention this in the full review because I was assuming that Samsung would eventually update their iOS app, but it still hasn't come out. And once I realized that Samsung hadn't updated their iOS app in over 3 months, I think that's a little concerning, because also if you're using the Galaxy Buds Plus or Galaxy Buds Live, you wouldn't be able to update them to their latest firmware update, which introduced seamless earbud connection, which is a pretty big deal for power users. Now, for the most part, Galaxy and Android users are the ones that are going to mainly use the Galaxy Buds Pro. Personally, I use mine with my Pixel 4a. But I wouldn't be surprised if more and more iPhone users start to gravitate towards the Galaxy Buds Pro because of their sound quality. Because sound quality-wise, the Galaxy Buds Pro easily outrank the AirPods Pro. And they're a little more affordable too. So with all that being said, the Galaxy Buds Pro are still a great pair of earbuds and they're very easy to recommend. But their latest AUA5 firmware update doesn't do much to change their overall ranking when comparing them to other popular earbuds. But for right now, I think the most important thing that Samsung needs to fix is updating their iOS app to support the Galaxy Buds Pro. Because I wouldn't be surprised that more and more iPhone users will gravitate towards the Galaxy Buds Pro because of their sound quality. And I'm pretty sure that iPhone users are going to be upset if their earbuds don't have app support.
If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit that like button and get subscribed. It helps out more than you realize. If you want to pick any of the products up mentioned in this video, those will be linked in the description down below, and you can also support the channel by checking out the merch store. But other than that, I'll catch you next time.